In the heart of Eindhoven, a quiet Dutch town where bikes outnumber cars, one machine stood out like a ghost from the future. A Tesla Model S, dusty, silent, and broken. It sat outside an old garage, abandoned by its owner, Henrik Vos, a wealthy but distant tech investor. Locals whispered about the car, how its AI fried itself, how even Tesla-certified engineers gave up. They called it the 100K mistake. But while the adults gossiped, one pair of eyes looked at the Tesla with something different hope. Her name was Isla Vermeer. Just 12 years old, she wore oversized boots, carried a screwdriver like a pen, and had oil permanently stained under her fingernails. She wasn't popular. Kids called her battery brain behind her back. She didn't mind. While they played games, she took apart old radios. While others read storybooks, she studied EV schematics on a cracked tablet her late father left behind. One afternoon, Isla walked past the Tesla and paused. Its hood was open, wires tangled like a forgotten puzzle. She slowly placed her hand on the frame and whispered, "You're not dead, just confused." For the next few weeks, Isla returned every day after school. She brought her own tools, salvaged parts from scrap heaps, even borrowed her grandmother's magnifying glass for soldering. She reverse-engineered the Tesla's motor controls using software she coded herself. On that same glitchy tablet. No one knew. Not her teachers, not her neighbors. She worked in silence. Alone, Isla's fingers trembled as she pressed the ignition. For a split second, nothing. Then, with a quiet hum, the Tesla came alive. The dashboard lit up in a deep blue glow. But something was different. The interface wasn't stock. Isla had reprogrammed it. Sleeker, faster, smarter. The car even greeted her by name in a calm, feminine voice. "Welcome back, Isla." All systems ready. The crowd gasped. Mr. Vos nearly dropped his coffee. Isla shifted the car into reverse, then drive, smooth, silent. The rebuilt motor like it had been born new. She'd upgraded it using recycled EV parts and written custom code to balance the load across the entire powertrain. Her fixes weren't just repairs, they were improvements. She parked it perfectly in front of the garage, stepped out and simply said, "It's ready." The townspeople stared in stunned silence. Moments ago, she was just a kid. Now, she looked like a prodigy. Henrik Vos walked up, speechless. He opened the driver's door, sat inside, and slowly drove it around the block. When he returned, he got out without a word and stared at Isla like he was seeing a new world. Finally, he spoke. "This is beyond Tesla-level work. You didn't just fix it, you transformed it." He pulled out his checkbook. "Name your price." Isla shook her head. "I didn't do it for money." A man nearby had filmed everything and uploaded it to social media. Within hours, the video spread like wildfire, millions of views. Articles titled, "12-year-old girl revives dead Tesla with homemade code. Dutch girl builds smarter car than engineers." But the biggest shock came 2 days later, when Elon Musk himself reposted the video with just one word, "Brilliant." Then came the message. Tesla's Berlin R&D team reached out. They invited Isla and her grandmother for a private tour. And more than that, a full scholarship to the Tesla Young Innovators program. As she packed for Berlin, Isla stood by the Tesla one last time. She pressed her hand to the hood and smiled. Her grandmother hugged her tightly. "Your father would be proud, Midjan Mesji." And Isla whispered, almost to herself, "I told you broken things aren't worthless. They're just waiting for someone to believe in them." The car that was once called a failure had become a miracle. And the girl who once fixed broken watches, she'd just changed the world. Until one morning, as she crouched under the Tesla's frame, a sharp voice cut through the air. "Are you stealing from my car?" It was Mr. Vos himself, sunglasses on, lat in hand. Isla stood up and calmly replied, "No, I'm fixing it." He stared at her, confused, then burst out laughing. "You fix this? You're 12. That car needs a Tesla team, not a little girl with toy tools." Isla didn't flinch. She wiped her hands on her overalls, then looked him straight in the eye. "Give me 30 days. If I can't bring it back to life, I'll walk away." Henrik smirked, amused. "Fine, knock yourself out." Word spread quickly. People started whispering. Some laughed, some placed bets, a few shook their heads in pity, but Isla kept working. 30 days passed. And on the final morning, she slid into the driver's seat and pressed the button.